best friends, his father actually worked at Greenwood Chevrolet. You know, selling cars is what we do, but that's not what we're about. It's very rarely ever about the car. It's about how you can make somebody feel. It's about how you could help somebody, and those are the proud moments, and I'm telling you, I got way too many to name, and I could never picture myself working anywhere else. I'm Anthony Facillo, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you.
The following is a presentation of YSN, your sports network.
Back from Bob Dove Field at Cardinals Stadium here in Canfield, Ohio. Game number 3 for the Canfield Cardinals in their regular season as they welcome in the JFK Fighting Eagles out of Cleveland. Hi again, everybody. Richie Giuliano, Gary Niddle with you here in the booth tonight as the Canfield Cardinals will try and bounce back after a tough loss last week against Dover, a tough matchup that they dropped 21-14, and they won their first one in the Battle of 224. 24-12 over the Poland Bulldogs. Coach Niddle, this Cleveland JFK team has struggled in the past. They did not play last season. Really, this is a team that we do not know much about.
We really don't, and I'm not sure. I know you spoke with Coach Pavlansky, and they don't have a whole lot of film on this group. And we heard coming into this game that they did have a couple football players that decided to come out for the team because their numbers were down. Unfortunately, they won't be able to dress tonight because you have the OHSAA rules where you got to have 3 days of acclimation, then you get in pads for a couple days, and they just came out this week, so they will not be dressing. And by our count, I think we counted 21 players dressed tonight. I think there's only 2 coaches that are going to be on the sidelines tonight with them tonight because of some other OHSAA guidelines that they didn't comply with. So they're going to, they've got a lot going against them tonight, but they're going to give you everything they got. You know that. They're dedicated. They're here. They made the trip, and, we watch them beforehand, and they're going to come out and do what they can against this Canfield team.
Cleveland JFK 0-1 on the season. They lost 53-0 to Maple Heights 2 weeks ago. Unfortunately, they had to forfeit their last game against Cleveland Shaw. The kicker for JFK is also their tailback in Michael Farmer. So he'll tee it up at the 40-yard line. Canfield won the toss, and they elected to receive.
Beautiful night here tonight. Week 1, it was scorcher. Last week, it was even hotter. Tonight, it's cooled down a little bit, so hopefully we don't see the cramping that we saw in Week 1 and Week 2, and we just get to play a nice, great night of football here on Friday night, and we're about to get underway.
Farmer boots it away, a squib kick on the far sideline, picked up at the 30-yard line. Canfield will go out of bounds at the 31-yard line, or 36-yard line, and that's where they'll start their first possession. So a couple of players out tonight due to sickness, and one of them being the starting quarterback and the standout, Brock Lowry. So Drew Carosi, the senior, will get the start tonight at quarterback, and a couple guys missing as well. And we'll try and help you out along the way with some of the numbers and names.
And, Drew Carosi's been Mr. Do-It-All for Canfield through 2 weeks, and now he's got to do a little bit more and take on that role at quarterback.
And the offset pistol is Carosi.
And we got our first whistle.
Immediately we're going to have a penalty flag on the field.
I think we had too many men on the field for Cleveland JFK there. Somebody goes running off a little late.
And that's the problem we saw in the pregame for JFK. They had too many guys on the field in warm-ups.
And, and that's difficult. When you got 2 coaches and you lose some guys that may have practiced a little bit this week, and they're just going to have to, make adjustments on the go and on the fly here.
The handoff to the right side. Bouncing near the Cardinal into JFK territory. Ripped down at the 45 and get enough for a first down.
Great start.
The carry is Crawford.
Great start. And we know without Brock being back there, Drew Carosi, you're going to see a lot of running out of Canfield tonight. There's no secret. There's no hidden agenda there. You're going to see a lot of Crawford, some Schneider. You're probably going to see Carosi a little bit. But I don't expect them to put the ball up unless they have to here early on.
Back in the gun. Carosi will hand it off, this time up the middle, and wrap down from behind at the 41-yard line, a gain of 3.
Another positive push up front and positive yardage there. 4-yard gain for the Cardinals. Will bring up a 2nd and 6. as they shuttle in some guys. Gavin Raymond enters the game.
So the Cardinals are going to test the stamina of JFK. They're going to have some guys. They're going to have to play both sides. As you mentioned earlier in the intro, only 21 guys dressed. Back to the ground, it's Crawford. Has a wide open hole to the left side. He's got a first down and more down the sideline and spins out of bounds close to the 20-yard line. Michael Crawford with a couple good gains here in the first quarter. And the Cardinals pushing the ball down the field here in their first drive.
And Coach Pavlansky has to be happy, coming off the loss, tough loss against Dover. Great football game, great comeback, just a foot outside. And you want to get off to a good start here. And so far this drive has been nothing but positive for the Cardinals.
A man in motion from right to left. They go back to the ground. This time a sweep to the right side. Some green grass in front and ripped from behind. A nice tackle by Michael Farmer. And on the carry was Toby Smith.
And that's a touchdown-saving tackle there. That was great recovery by the linebacker there to bring up a second and short here for the Cardinals.
2nd down and 2 to go from the JFK 13-yard line. Back to that offset pistol. They go right back to Crawford. Wide open hole on the left side. He steams forward towards the goal line. Going to be about a yard short. And that will bring up a 1st and goal. Another first down carry for Michael Crawford.
And give credit to the Canfield line to start this game. They're opening up huge holes. Not going to say I'd be able to run through them, but I might be able to get through them. I don't know how much. I'm not going to rip off 8 or 9 yards, but I can at least get through the line.
JFK will load the box. 1st and goal from the 1. Cardinals look to punch it in. Here's Crawford, and he will just easily glide into the end zone. It's 6-0 Canfield.
So just over 2 minutes off the clock, and Canfield gets on the board first, strikes first here, and we're going to see our first extra point of the evening.
Michael Crawford with the majority of the yardage for Canfield in that first drive. The primary tailback for Canfield.
As we see the student flag section led by Josh Giuliano and Ryan Petro, 2 baseball players, and your younger brother, you got to be proud down there. He's loving life.
Proud.
You're a little jealous, being seniors and, getting to enjoy this. And it brings back good memories, I'm sure.
7-0 Canfield. We'll take our first break, and we will be back. JFK, we'll get the football coming up next.
It's a new year at Acura of Boardman and Boardman Mitsubishi with huge savings on over 350 fully inspected vehicles. We have cars, trucks, SUVs, minivans, and work vehicles. We don't have it, our team will find it. We aim for 100% credit approval with payments as low as $99 per month. And as always, we'll pay top dollar for your trade. For a great vehicle and a great experience, come see why everyone is stopping by at Acura of Boardman and Boardman Mitsubishi.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, shop with confidence knowing we're ready to go the extra mile for you. With the largest selection of used vehicles in the Valley, backed by the Greenwood Advantage Warranty. Only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Back at Cardinal Stadium, Richie Giuliano, Gary Nettle with you here on a gorgeous night for football on a Friday. Back to kick it off for Canfield is Zach Ahmed. The kicker will tee it up at the 40. Back to return for the Fighting Eagles is Michael Farmer.
And they don't really have anyone back. I don't know. They might not have gotten the scouting report.
I don't think they watched too much film.
Football inside the 5-yard line, and he's camped around the 13, 14-yard line out there.
Ahmed boots it away. Trailing back is Farmer. He will let it bounce at the 1. It stays up. He will receive it at the 1. Take it out right side, past the 10, past the 15, and drug down near the 17-yard line. Took a Canfield bounce. It checked up there at the 1.
I think he thought it was going to go into the end zone, just let it go, and it hit at the 1 and bounced right back up into his hands and decided to return it. And like I said, got it out to the 17-yard line here, where JFK will get their first possession.
So the Fighting Eagles, led by their 2 captains and brothers, Matthew and Michael Farmer. Matthew is a junior quarterback, and Michael is a senior tailback, both around 5'10", 190, almost the same frame.
believe they're both the captains. I think they came out for the coin toss for JFK, so obviously the two leaders of this JFK team.
First possession, they'll spread them out 5 wide for JFK. As Farmer in the backfield, now they motion a man.
And they're down to 5 seconds here on the play clock trying to get set.
A man in motion.
And
The ball is fumbled on the ground and picked up there by Matthew Farmer. That's going to be a loss of 1.
You know, one thing we noticed pregame was as JFK was, running their offensive sets and so forth, that you can tell there's they were struggling to get plays in, and we knew that might be a problem, at least early on, trying to get set and get comfortable. And, they're taking a lot of time getting plays into the game, and the play clock is running down, and then they have to get set. So that's something to look forward to here in this first quarter.
Late man checks in. Empty gun for Matthew Farmer. 5 wide again. And we're going to have a false start. Yeah.
And, they've got to try to get the play in a little sooner, get up to the line, because they're just kind of not really cohesive right now. And now that they got the play in, I'm sure they're just going to get up to the line here and try to get some positivity for these young men.
That's on the guard, Cameron Johnson. False start. 2nd and 16. Back in the empty gun for Matthew Farmer. Man in motion. Quarterback draw up the middle, and nothing there. No gain as a host of Cardinals will bring him down.
And unfortunately, that brings up a 3rd and we'll call it 15, 16 yards here for JFK, and they're probably going to have to put it in the air here, and we haven't seen it yet. What kind of pressure Canfield's going to get, and as these teams try to feel each other out at this point. They're still they're already down to 15 seconds still in the huddle here. I don't think they're going to get this one off. Oh, they stopped the play clock.
Oliver Kovas on the tackle. No gain. And the Eagles are going to have to punt.
A place kicker or kicker on our roster here for JFK. My guess is it might be the quarterback.
Yeah, my guess would be Michael Farmer.
I would think it'll be Farmer here. Although they're they're going to go for it here on 4th up. Quick.
Oh, they faked it. First and 10 for the Cardinals at the 32. Back in the gun, 4 wide. Carosi takes it. He'll fake it. Flip it out near side reception for Gavin Raymond, and he is drugged down there. Nice tackle by Jameer Bell.
Great coverage there by the JFK defense. Drew Carosi getting his first opportunity to throw football there. And, that's what they like to do with Brock Lowry, early in the game. A little out just to get a little confidence. Yes, it went for a negative gain, but it goes down as a completion. So a little confidence booster there for Drew Carosi.
Timeout, JFK. We'll take a timeout.
My guy keeps it 100% of the time. He wants all 100, won't settle for 99. And it's more than stats because there's people in those numbers. And I was one of the lost sheep. I'm so glad he cares for all 100. I'm 100% safe, 100% free, 100% love. I can be 100% me. He gave all 100 when they put him up on that tree. That's 100% passion for 100% free. So if I play in front of 100, or if I play in front of 2, there's an audience of 1 getting 100% of what I can do.
It's a new year at Acura of Boardman and Boardman Mitsubishi with huge savings on over 350 fully inspected vehicles. We have cars, trucks, SUVs, minivans, and work vehicles. We don't have it, our team will find it. We aim for 100% credit approval.
Out of the timeout, 2nd down and 13 to go. The give to the left side, and a short gain of about 3 yards back to the original line of scrimmage will bring up 3rd down and about 10.5.
Much better job defensively up front for JFK on this series so far, getting a little pressure, holding their spots. You know, they're not coming up field like I think they were on the first series, a little bit more under control. You're not seeing those huge gashes that you saw in the first drive.
3rd and 10. 5:45 left to go here in the first quarter. Empty gun for Drew Carosi for the first time tonight. JFK loads that box up, man in motion from left to right. It's a sweep to the right side. Big hole up the middle. He misses a block, and he gets into the end zone for a touchdown. It's Ryan Schneider.
That was well executed up front by Canfield. Great block, great kick out, and a great little hole there for Schneider to run through. Great execution by the Cardinals.
Schneider with a 33-yard touchdown, and that will make it 13-0 Canfield with 5:29 left to play here in the first. Oh, boy. Having a little trouble this time on the flags. They're all miscombobulated.
Well, we got him a little airtime tonight.
Back to the field goal. Moneyman Pugh kicks it right through, and it is 14-0 Cardinals on top. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back after this.
"60 years ago, Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods began with 3 siblings, a hand-set sawmill, and a few local orders. And while business has certainly changed over the years, what has not are our principles of hard work, craftsmanship, and commitment to quality. At Baird Brothers, we're proud to put our name on the products we create, from moldings and doors to flooring and lumber. Thank you for 60 great years. We look forward to 60 more. Baird Brothers, for the place you love.
.529 left to play in the first. Cardinals lead 14-0. Mike Crawford with that 1-yard touchdown run, and then Ryan Schneider on the jet sweep from 33 yards out. 2 scores for the Cardinals early here in the first quarter as Zach Ahmed will tee it up at the 40. And now JFK will make the adjustment on the special teams as the receiver Michael Farmer set up at the 5-yard line. Ahmed puts his right leg into it.
Strong kick.
Big boot down into the end zone. Farmer will let it go, and the JFK Fighting Eagles will start at decent territory at the 20.
And they'll have their second opportunity here on offense, and, you know, maybe they've got things a little more, they had a chance to talk over on the sideline. They've got to see the speed of the game, and, maybe it'll slow down a little bit for them. They'll get the plays in a little quicker. Just heard a little update, Richie, I guess, and I can't confirm this, but somebody just texted me that Ursuline is taking a beating right now.
Chardon.
By Chardon.
Yeah, that does not surprise me.
It doesn't, but it's early in that game, and we know Ursuline can score in a hurry. So
Well, Chardon's a team that won the state championship last year, and they could do the same this year.
Absolutely.
Wing
They're
T
just
offense.
Rebuilding, and there's no rebuild. It's just they're going to
reload.
It's a reload, absolutely. Ooh, and speaking
Here's
of
a handoff and a big hit by the Cardinals defensive line, a loss of 1.
And that was a big collision with the running back there. Was that Farmer? That was Michael's brother. That's Matthew.
Yeah.
Get it right. Michael's the
Michael
quarterback.
Matthew,
Yes,
double M.
I'll get it figured out. A great collision up front. And that'll bring up a 2nd and long here for JFK.
2nd and 11.
And a player's just walking off, and once again, we're under 10 seconds, and they got it. Looks like they're trying to get.
Yeah, they might have taken another
play
timeout.
here. They're gonna have to. They're bringing in a player late, and there's 1 second, and no flag. There's the flag.
All right, so delay a game. 2nd and 16.
And that just seems to be, they've just got to figure
been
the
the problem,
rotation out. And when you only got 21 guys and they're going both ways and they need a breathe, I mean, it's going to happen. They're going to need breathers, and it's unfortunate, but like I said, give these kids credit for going out there and giving everything they got.
Farmer back in the shotgun, running back to his left. 4 wide. Takes the snap. Design quarterback run, right side, and he's brought down a loss. And a nice tackle by the Cardinal linebacker.
And it was a host of them there. It's hard to get a number who was there first, but it was a host of Cardinals led by the backers and then cleaned up by the end and secondary. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 20.
3rd and 20.
Yeah.
3rd and 20 all the way back from the 10-yard line.
As the clock runs under 4 minutes here at Canfield.
Yep. 3:40 left to play here in the first. And I think another problem is after each individual play, they have a guy running over to the coach giving the signal.
Yes.
So, I mean, they're taking 20 seconds right there.
It's tough. And, I mean, they're getting into somewhat of a rhythm here. It's just, and you're not getting positive yardage. And there's a lot of pressure here.
Farmer looks to throw, and he's going to be brought down. The
a
ball's
fumble.
on the carpet, and it's picked up by the Cardinals at the 6-yard line.
I mean,
Toby Smith on the fumble recovery for Canfield.
And you know what makes it real difficult, and I've coached football, and at one point we coached freshmen, and you don't have the numbers. And sometimes when you got to run practice and you've only got 20 guys, it's hard to run offense, defense, and you got to kind of run on air. Well, it's a little bit different, when you're in a live varsity game and you're not running on air, and it's Canfield's defense coming at you.
Yeah. Toby Smith will get the carry. Juts up the middle, puts his head down, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Good hard run there by Toby Smith, another leader on this Canfield team that kind of has to do it all. And tonight, obviously, they're going to lean on him a little bit to carry the, tote the rock.
So that makes it 20-0 here in the first quarter. 3:12 left to play. Toby Smith with the touchdown carry off the fumble recovery. So he gets his own fumble and then punches it in.
Absolutely. Reward him there.
Oliver Kovacs, the holder for Canfield. Ben Pugh, the kicker. Snap is low. Still got the hold down. No pressure coming from the outside, and Pugh will boot it through. 21-0 Canfield. We'll step aside with 3:12 left to play in the first.
Your teams work hard and give it all they've got. Well, so does ours, because 21 Sports and YSN give you extra effort when covering local sports. 21 Sports and YSN, winning coverage of our Valley's teams.
Planning a project around your home or rental property? Trust the electrical service to the local experts with 62 years of serving the Mahoning Valley. Joe Dickey Electric is your local go-to source for responsive, reliable residential electrical work. From everyday maintenance and repairs to new installations, electrical upgrades, and safety inspections, no job is too big or too small. Call Joe Dickey Electric today, 800-549-3976, or visit DickeyElectric.com. That's DickeyElectric.com.
21-0 Canfield with the lead. Richie Giuliano, Gary Niddle back with you here on YSNLive.com. We got a bunch of games on the network tonight. I believe 27
was
the number
that I heard DJ say. Not 26 and
not
less
28.
Than 28.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing 27 is the number.
So 27 games on the network tonight.
That's
and
phenomenal.
You could go on the website and check out all these games, and they're all free. Brought to you by our great sponsors here this season. Last year you had to pay the fee due to COVID. The network had to make up some money, but this year it's all free due to some sponsors. And, that's the way it should be, and it's great for the high school football fans around this valley as the Fighting Eagles will get it out to the 26-yard line.
And that was a scrum there at the end. I was waiting for a whistle. You had 20 guys there around the football. And then eventually we got the whistle. And this is going to be JFK's best field position of the night. They're going to be up at the 25-yard line. So maybe the third time's a charm here.
Through two possessions, they're negative in yardage right now.
And that's not, unprecedented. Outside of Poland's one drive, the first week, Poland didn't really do a whole lot, in that game on the ground offensively. And Dover, honestly, it was a slugfest. It was a defensive struggle. There were a couple big plays, a pass interference call here that helped Dover out. So, this Canfield defense is no joke, and JFK is finding that out right now.
Matthew Farmer, a man to his left. He'll fake it. He's under
right
some
pressure,
and he's going to have to dump it away. That should be intentional grounding.
There
it is. Yep. Nice pressure from the outside. And that came from Ryan Schneider.
And he was untouched. They just didn't account for him. And that's going to bring up a second and long here for the Eagles.
Yeah. Definitely intentional grounding. There was nobody in the broad facility of where that ball was thrown. It was almost thrown vertical.
And it was – I was just about to – it was borderline almost a fumble there. It was almost behind the line. It probably went forward, but it was very close to being, not lateral. And that's going to move them all the way back to the
that's 15-yard penalty.
5-yard line. I think it's at the spot of where you're sacked at as well, because that's a –
yeah, they're going to put the ball at the 5, and the ball was at the 25.
So brings up a
second and 29.
And they're trying to get set here offensively. Got a pass attempt over the middle.
So that brings up 3rd and 29. Nice run by Matthew Farmer, and he is just jumped on at the 17.
Yeah,
there's a guy that came from behind and jumped on the pile.
That was, he wants to get in that tackle call.
Yeah.
I tell you, you hold him up, I'm going to get there. They tell us to get to the football, and he did. And, now it's going to bring up a 4th and 17.
4th and 17, yeah. Jimmy Sherritt with the tackle on that for the Cardinals.
It's good to see him back. Last week, I talked to Coach Pavlansky. He was only going to play a handful of plays just because he wasn't acclimated. And now he's had a full week of practice. He's back healthy, and, that's great to see him on both sides of the ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a big story week number 1 because he was out. And, Canfield was concerned with that, with the experienced line of Poland. Are they keeping the offense on the field?
I'm not sure they know it's 4th down. I think they're going to go, unless it's a quick kick.
Yeah. That's what they did last time.
And that's what they're going to do. Oh. And kicks away, and that's
Kobas
trouble.
has it at the 40, up the middle. Bounces it outside. 25, spinning around, still on his feet, and bumped out right at the 21-yard line in a late tit, but no penalty flag. So another good field position for the Cardinals here at the 21.
Yeah. And, the OHSA rules, you get up 35 points and you go to a running clock.
Yeah.
And honestly, they put that in for a reason. And it's situations like this, you know, where they're obviously, overwhelmed, this JFK team. They just don't have the numbers, and you don't want to see somebody get hurt.
No, you're right. A fake on the sweep. Carosi up the middle. Still on his feet, powering forward, and he'll be brought down at the 12-yard line.
And you don't want to see anyone on either side get hurt, and that's the other thing, Canfield's got
big week coming up.
Big week in New Philly, and, that's a game they've got to go down there, and, they've got to compete. And, with Brock Lowry not playing, you got Drew Carosi, who plays a big role offensively and defensively. You don't want to see him get hurt here, on a ticky-tack, tackle or, just a fluke injury.
Under a minute to play here in the first quarter. Crawford back in the backfield on the pistol offset. He'll get the carry right side. He's got plenty of room. Bounces it out right towards the pylon and into the end zone for a touchdown. Second touchdown carry for Mike Crawford. This one from 12 out.
And once again, great blocking up front. Big hole on the outside. Our flag carriers are doing a much better job this time around.
There we go. They got some balance there.
They're baseball
equal
players.
Distance.
They're baseball guys. They get it.
I hope.
I hope. Just don't get hurt. I got to have that talk. Don't be running with that flag and trip and fall.
Yeah. Extra point is good. 28-0. We'll be back after this.
We are there in your community. Small business owners, mechanics, police officers, homemakers. And we are there serving our nation in the Air Force Reserve. When medical emergencies arise, in cybersecurity, when natural disasters happen, we are there in space. We are Reserve Citizen Airmen, and we are there with over 180 different jobs to serve your country. Air Force Reserve.
$28-0 here at Canfield, and we have an update. 27-0.
Wow. Early
Chardon in the early second quarter.
I mean, we know personally firsthand how good Chardon is. I mean, and I have a lot of respect. We play them in baseball and their coach, and I know he's a football guy too, so we talk a little bit here and there. But my goodness, I mean, not only are they putting up the points, they're holding Ursuline out of the end zone, which is just as impressive.
Yeah, we knew their offense was going to come back. They're a juggernaut, very hard to figure out the first couple possessions, but, man, their defense must be really good again this year.
Absolutely. So we got 28-0 here. We got 27. And there were a handful of games. This is kind of I don't want to say a down week for high school. Just kind of the rivals. We got spoiled week one with a lot of local rivalries. And, week two here, having Dover and Canfield. And, this week there's not those premier, you don't have those Boardman Moonies and so forth. And one of the games that definitely was on my radar is that Ursuline Chardon game. And it's not over. It's early second. So, I mean, there's plenty of time, but yikes.
Well, this is a week, though, where a lot of teams are playing their final, non-conference opponents, so they want to win.
Right. Absolutely. 100%.
45 seconds on the clock. Back in the shotgun is Matthew Farmer. He'll take it, looking to throw. He'll dump it off right side, and a completion to the right side and a good gain of about 7 yards. First completion for Matthew Farmer.
And that very well could take us to the end of the first quarter here, would be my guess. Take their time and get a play called as we're under 20 seconds now here. And it brings up a 2nd and short and a great opportunity here to get their initial first down of the game.
They're going to break the huddle. They got 10 seconds to get a playoff. See if they choose to.
I don't think they're going to get this one off.
No.
3, 2, 1, and they're just going to stand.
And the clock runs out, and that will take us to the second quarter. 28-0 Cardinals on top when we come back.
My guy keeps it 100% of the time. He wants all 100, won't settle for 99. And it's more than stats because there's people in those numbers. And I was one of the lost sheep. I'm so glad he cares for all 100. I'm 100% safe, 100% free, 100% love. I can be 100% me. He gave all 100 when they put him up on that tree. That's 100% passion for 100% free. So if I play in front of 100, or if I play in front of 2, there's an audience of 1 getting 100% of what I can do.
You're looking to your future, preparing for your goals, and they're closer than you think. Because here, success is part of the plan. It's a place where academic and social opportunities are meant to prepare you for life, not just the next 4 years. You'll be equipped to face new challenges and turn hard work into a career. You're ready for your success to take root. And here's where it starts. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
Second quarter from Cardinal Field. Bobbed up. And it is 2nd down and 1 at the 29-yard line for the Fighting Eagles out of Cleveland. 0-1 on the season. Unfortunately dropped one against Maple Heights and had to forfeit their game last weekend against Cleveland Shaw. Positive yardage, though, on the first down play. Pickup of 9 on the first reception for Matthew Farmer. See what the Eagles can do here. Farmer's got it. He'll look to throw. Pressure coming out. He's just going to chuck this one 50 yards.
And almost
deep.
hit a cheerleader over here. Thought I was going to make it to the stands there for a second, but he did the right thing there. You know,
he got
it was
rid of
2nd and short. He was going to take a 10-yard loss there as there was pressure from the end. Both ends came with pressure, and he got rid of it just in time. So it's still 3rd and short.
He's got a pretty good arm.
He does have a pretty good arm. I mean, you know, we watched pregame, and there were a couple routes that they really liked.
Third and 1.
Oh, no. Good recovery. Got another cheerleader. Oh, I'll tell you what. You got to get
running away.
They're
running away.
That's funny. I mean, you got to
get the cheerleaders out of there. It's a target.
They were in the, they have the black uni. If they had white on, I could maybe see it. And now it's a 4th and 1 here at their own 29, and they got a decision to make. They're going to go for it this time, I think. Oh, no. And
looks like they're going for it.
yeah, this is definitely they're going for it here. Why not?
They'll give it. Up the middle, it's Farmer. He spins his way past the 30, and that will be good enough to move the chains.
Congratulations. You know what? That's great.
All right, so first down. Looks like the officials wanted the play clock to run.
They're gonna, hey, that's just a confidence builder there. Oh, and now I think they're going to.
They're messing with the play clock. They never started it.
No. But hey, like I said, you got to feel happy. This isn't always about wins and losses. It's just winning the battles.
Yeah,
the small individual battles, and the fact that they get a first down there, I couldn't be happier for these guys.
Yeah. I mean, like you said earlier, they're out here. There's only 21 of them. They're going to be battling. This is one of the best teams in the state. I mean, let's just be honest.
And they got on a bus, and came an hour here. And we got a deep ball.
That is a sling all the way down the sidelines. A nice pass and knocked away by Papalia.
I'll tell you what, that's a pretty darn good
throw.
Ball. There. You got some air under that, and that's great defense there by Paolo. And Ursuline has just scored again, Richie. It is 34-0.
So
Chardon scored again, I should say. 34-0.
Wow. Did not see that coming.
No. Absolutely not.
Ian O'Brien's got that call on YSN if you want to head over to Chardon. Watch that high-octane offense. One of the best in the state as well. The reigning state champion in Division III. So 10, looks like 10 minutes on the game clock. Second down and 10.
We got movement
pressure
everywhere.
coming off, and that's going to be an offside.
Came off the Canfield end, but I don't know if he got back in time and there was movement. They're going to call it on the offense. The wide out jumped.
So the wide out in the left tackle,
yeah.
And Jeremiah Jacobs moved a little bit, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
So that'll bring up a 2nd and 15.
And they got a relatively young line as we're looking at the roster. I mean, the guy who jumped, he's a freshman. Giant Webb, another guy who plays on both sides. He's a freshman. Keontae Johnson. I mean, half their line are freshmen.
And, that's something they can build on. When you play these type of games, it might not go your way, but you learn how to do you watch and you learn how to do things the right way, and that can only help in the future.
2nd and 15. And we're going to have another penalty flag.
I'm not sure.
There was some movement.
We got a hold.
And they're going to decline it.
I would believe so.
Yeah. Coach Pav just signaling out they're going to decline it.
Which will bring up a 3rd and 15.
So 3rd down and 15 for Cleveland JFK.
Still got 10 minutes and 40 seconds here left.
Yeah, they bumped the clock up.
Yeah,
yep.
I was a little confusing there as well.
Both Farmers in the backfield. Matthew Farmer is the quarterback. Michael Farmer, halfback. 4 wide. Matthew
Pressure
has
up
it.
the middle.
He'll throw it over the middle, and nobody there. Incomplete. That will bring up 4th and 15, and they're going to have to punt it away. All right, so same formation.
My guess is
They're just
the
gonna
long
punt it,
snapper.
yeah.
It's just hard. He's a little deeper. Oh, we got a
That one bounced to
snap
there.
and-
Fair catch, caught by Carosi at the 49.
And I just think that the long snap, they probably don't have a lot of.
No,
it's a
they don't
lot
have
of.
a long
It's tough to
snapper.
get somebody back that 10, 11 yards that you need. Sometimes 12 yards you really like to have as a cushion. And I think honestly, I don't think Canfield is applying much pressure there. It's kind of a sport, and Coach Pavlansky understands it. We've all been there, in walks of life, and Coach Pav is as classy as they come, and they're not going to go after it.
So the Cardinals will take over at midfield at the 50. First time they actually haven't had the ball inside JFK territory to start a drive.
Very true.
New quarterback, that looks to be Jack
And we got a
Fabry,
fumble.
and he's going to fall on the fumble. Jack Fabry, the junior, 5'7", 162. He'll be the quarterback here in this drive, the fifth one of the half for the Cardinals, and a loss of 5.
And, this is a great opportunity here, to get some reps, get some work in, because who knows down the road when you're going to be, called upon, and what better time here in the second quarter of a game. There's still a lot of football left here, and Jack Fabry's going to get an opportunity here.
Man in motion from right to left. That's
And we
James
got
Jaffer.
movement there.
And we're going to have some more movement. That's going to be a false start on the Cardinals.
That's, is that Jake Cox that jumped, I believe?
Yes.
And, we talked about this pregame, and Coach Pavlansky's talking to him right now, but that was a pet peeve of mine is a football coach, was wide receivers, all you're taught to do, you're not listening to the count. I don't care if it's 1, 2, 3, 10. You're watching the football. And that's all you're doing is you're looking in, watching the football. When it's snapped, you go. So I know that's frustrating for a receivers coach. And we got another fumble.
Fabry will pick it up. He'll try and reverse field. He'll run it across the 40,
room.
past the 45, back to midfield, and drug down. That's a pickup of 11 after a fumble.
And he's just having a hard time, with that under center, the snap getting to him. And it seems like it's on his right side. Everything's it's just coming off of his right hand there. At least it looked like from up here. Just having a little problem there.
They're going to give him 12, actually, so that will bring up 3rd down and 8. Checking into the ball game, Paul Bendis, wide receiver and sophomore. 9 minutes on the clock here in the first half.
And I'm not sure what's going on here.
We got a guy
back.
deep back.
Another
fumble.
Oh, boy. And I'm not sure. Did they make a change at center? I can't tell. That would be my guess. Is it's just the center on the snap, but it's hard to tell from up here. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So the Cardinals going to have to punt it away. Ryan Schneider will punt it for Canfield. Michael Farmer back to receive. He's set up at the 20-yard line of JFK.
This will be the first punt for the Cardinals on the evening. Good snap.
Schneider will boot it. He kicks it end over end. It'll be caught at the 23 by Farmer, and he will break an arm tackle past the 30 and drug down at the 33.
So good return there for the Eagles.
So they'll set it up at their own 33. When we come back, a quick break. A word from our sponsors.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, shop with confidence knowing we're ready to go the extra mile for you. With the largest selection of used vehicles in the Valley, backed by the Greenwood Advantage Warranty. Only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Back from Canfield High School, Richie Giuliano, Gary Nittle with you here as the Cardinals lead 28-0. We're going to have a timeout. So right after a punt, we'll go to another timeout.
Nothing's
free ads.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll step aside. We'll be back.
Hi everyone, this is DJ Yoakley with Your Sports Network. We appreciate your support of YSN and welcome you to the YSN family. Our broadcast streams are brought to you live at no cost to you by sponsors that are local to this community. Without the vision and generosity of our sponsors and partners, we would not be able to bring this game to you today. So please support the great businesses and leaders that are making this game possible. And if you're a business in need of great advertising and sponsorship opportunities, feel free to head over to our site for more information on the right fit for you. We are local, we are loyal, and we are live. We are YSN.
Ah, the details. Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods is one fine ride. Perfect cornering, superb handling, sporty and stylish, power to spare, plus awesome mileage. Yeah, jaw-droppingly beautiful lines and well appointed with luxurious trim. Put more oomph in your life and start beholding the molding. Find your home's fine hardwood at BairdBrothers.com.
1st and 10 for Cleveland JFK. Ball at the 34-yard line. Back in the shotgun is Matthew Farmer. He does avoid the sideline. Snap is low. Farmer's going to have to chase it. Did he fall on it? He did. All the way back to the 27-yard line.
So it's gotten sloppy. There's been three. Canfield had 3 snaps that couldn't make the exchange to the quarterback. Now there's the 4th and the last 4 plays that we've seen from the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, so both teams struggling to snap the football here in the second quarter, and there's only 7:30 left to play. Farmer wants a man in motion. He's got it. It's the running back. He'll give it off to his brother, Michael Farmer. Up the middle, a burst of speed. Past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
And once again, a manageable 3rd down here. 3rd and about, let's see where they're going to give them.
3rd about 7. Anthony Mazzella on the tackle for the Cardinals. So a lot of younger players have been subbed into the ball game here before the half.
And that's good to see. Everyone wants to play under the lights on Friday night. You know, Richie, that's a dream and a goal, and some of these younger guys are getting that opportunity here tonight.
3rd down and manageable for Cleveland JFK. Pressure coming off the right side. They give it back to Farmer. He bounces away from 1 and then is drugged down by 3 Cardinals at the 41-yard line.
So it'll be a 4th and 3 here, and I wouldn't be shocked here. I think they go for it here.
Yeah, I agree.
They've got nothing to lose and everything to gain at this point.
So 4th down and 4, they will mark it, and the offense will stay on the field.
And as this is going on, I see Coach Pavlinski down there talking to Jack Fabry, and now they got him working under center on the sideline. So we might see some under center coming back.
4 wide for Cleveland JFK. Farmer has it. He's going to punt it. Nice punt, too. That one's going to fly inside the 20. Takes a Cleveland JFK bounce towards the 10 and will be down at the 11-yard line. The best punt of the night for Matthew Farmer. And the Cardinals will trot out their young offense now with 5:48 left to play in the first half.
And he was like a magician back there. I mean, he was only 5 yards deep, and
the snap was low.
I don't know how he got it through the hands of the Canfield defenders there, but great kick, great roll, and great result for Cleveland JFK there.
So Canfield pinned back at the 11-yard line. As you mentioned, Jack Fabry, who was taking some snaps under center during that defensive possession. And they'll go back to the gun, it looks like. No, they're under center. They're going to hand it off right side. This is Ryan Schneider pulling forward. A nice tackle by Deshwad Francis. The safety comes up, and he makes the tackle, but a nice game for Schneider, and that will move the chains.
And they're just going to go power eye, it looks like here, at least for the rest of this half, and run some clock down and take this into halftime.
5:35 left on the clock. Cardinals could go the distance and end this half, as Cleveland JFK only has 1 timeout remaining. Back to the I formation. They're going to run it right side.
Good hole, good
There
read.
it is again. Schneider up the middle this time. He breaks away from 1. He's down into Cleveland JFK territory to the 27-yard line.
Good solid run there. Good hard run there to get through the line, then a little burst of speed to get away from the backers, and then the secondary had to come clean it up and got all the way down to the 27 of Cleveland JFK. Great run by Ryan Schneider.
Ryan Schneider, the junior back at 6'1", 196, making the most of his opportunities here tonight. He had that 33-yard touchdown back in the first quarter and another long run for him. Man in motion from right to left. This time a handoff. Misdirection, they go outside, inside the 20, and still on his feet, ripped down inside the 15. And that's Don Marzano with his first carry of the night.
That'll be a first down. Cardinals inside the 15-yard line, or right at the 15-yard line.
Marzano, the fullback and defensive end, as well as linebacker, plays a couple positions for Canfield.
And a nice carry for 14 yards.
And they're back to the line here looking for more. Oh, as we got
Back to the shotgun, too.
Player trying to get off for JFK.
Man in motion, that's Schneider. Jet sweep, they'll fake it. Fabry up the middle, has some room inside the 5, puts his head down, and Jack Fabry's into the end zone for a touchdown.
And he breaks onto the scoring chart. First touchdown of the year for Jack Fabry, and got to be excited for him. I know his family's got to be here, got to be excited for him as well. And, you know, great play call there.
Yeah. Fake the jet sweep. They've gotten to the sweep a couple times tonight, so they fooled JFK as Fabry punches it in from 15 yards out.
See a new crew.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got to get the flags down here.
I think the other guys got a little tired.
Just like on the field, giving the younger guys some experience. Same with the flags.
See Blake Baker down there. I see a whole host of them.
That one knocked through. It's 35-0 when we come back.
We are there in your community. Small business owners, mechanics, police officers, homemakers. And we are there serving our nation in the Air Force Reserve. When medical emergencies arise, in cybersecurity, when natural disasters happen, we are there in space. We are Reserve Citizen Airmen, and we are there with over 180 different jobs to serve your country. Air Force Reserve.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, shop with confidence knowing we're ready to go the extra mile for you. With the largest selection of used vehicles in the Valley, backed by the Greenwood Advantage Warranty. Only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Back at Canfield High School, Richie Giuliano, Gary Niddle with you. 35-0 Cleveland JFK trailing the Canfield Cardinals here on the road for their second game of the season. Zach Ahmed, the kicker for the Cardinals. We got him mixed up in the first 2 weeks. We thought it was Jake Schneider.
We figured it out week 2 after we talked with there was a uniform. They switched uniforms, and they look. I mean, they're very similar builds. If they stood next to each other with a helmet on, you wouldn't know the difference.
So now we have a running clock. 3:35 left to play here in the first half. 35 is the limit, correct, for the running clock,
Correct.
or is it 34?
Once you get to 35, it'll be a running clock, and the clock will continue. It started after the touchdown, and it'll continue even when there's any dead ball, on touchback. It will not stop now. If JFK were to score and get under 35 points, then they'll go back to the stop clock until once it gets to that 35-point number, it'll be a continuous clock, which I really like that rule because, you know, that's a lot of scores. I mean, you're looking at 5 scores and within a half, and you see it all the time. You're not going to see too many teams come back down 35-0. Obviously, you could get a fluke score here or there. Well, that's you know, I don't know if I said it's. Ursuline did get on the board. It is 33-7 Chardon as the last update that I got.
So the JFK offense will trot out onto the field, and they will have 2:35 with a running clock to work with. Only one timeout remaining for the Fighting Eagles.
They'll get to the line here. They're ready to go.
4 wide for JFK. Farmer's got it. Takes a low snap. He recovers. He's going to chuck this one deep, and nobody's there except for the cornerback for Canfield.
Got your binoculars there, Richie. I can't tell who that is from up here.
Looks like Gavin Raymond.
Okay. Ursuline has scored again, Richie. It is now 33-13. As we said, there could be a lot of points in that ball game when it's all said and done.
It's like their first week game.
Oh.
What was the final score of that?
Oh, boy. It came down to the final possession. I do remember that, and they went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, didn't convert. 48-46 or something like that.
Under 1:30 left to play. 4 wide again. 3 guys left side, 1 right side.
A lot of movement.
On both sides, yeah.
And there's flag.
False start.
Pick a
right guard. And that's going to be on Amarian Cloud, the sophomore right guard. So with the running clock, we're already at 1 minute left to play here in the first half.
And it definitely will speed up a football game, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You got a running clock.
Yep. Do we get a running clock for halftime, too? I mean,
we talked about it. I don't think they're going to go for that, but wishful thinking. The Ursuline Bishop Hartley game was 62-58.
62-58. Wow. Well, it could be the same tonight in Chardon.
And that came down to the final play of the game. Bishop Hartley had a chance inside, I believe it was inside the 10, and just didn't convert.
20 seconds left, another false start.
And this could take us, and it will take us, I believe, too, because we got a player running on late here and they're going to make a substitution. He's not going to be able to get off.
Yeah. They just don't have enough time.
No.
5 seconds left unless they hurry to the line here. And that clock's going to hit 0. So that's the end of the first half. 35-0 Cardinals. We'll be back after this timeout.
New things happen all day. Some are good, some not so good. In today's complicated world, while you're busy working, playing, and living life, we're busy helping you make sense of the day's news. And there's only one place where it comes together with clarity, context, and accountability. It's 21 News at 6 with me, Madison Tromler, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 6. It's what the day's news really means to you.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends, shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring, and, well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. BairdBrothers.com.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, shop with confidence knowing we're ready to go the extra mile for you. With the largest selection of used vehicles in the Valley, backed by the Greenwood Advantage Warranty. Every one of our vehicles has undergone our own 126-point inspection, so it passes the most important inspection, yours. No other dealership has the extra inventory, gives you extra for your trade, and goes the extra mile for you. Only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
We are there in your community. Small business owners, mechanics, police officers, homemakers. And we are there serving our nation in the Air Force Reserve. When medical emergencies arise, in cybersecurity, when natural disasters happen, we are there in space. We are Reserve Citizen Airmen, and we are there with over 180 different jobs to serve your country. Air Force Reserve.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
Working with your family can be stressful at times. But because they're family, you know that you're going to get a loving, honest answer, even when things don't make sense, to any problem. Dealing with Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. That's why here at Myers Family Insurance, we do our best to give you honest and caring answers to all of your questions. Family, like Medicare, isn't always perfect, but when you put others first, the results can be amazing.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance.
It's storm season.
I think we're under the gun for some heavy storms over the next couple of hours.
And Storm Tracker 21 is ready.
This is probably the one we're keeping a closer eye on.
On air.
And locally, we're going to have a lot of eyes on our area.
Online.
All right, let's talk high-risk futurecast and the timing of this weather.
On social media and on our app.
Notice we'll have scattered showers on Thursday.
Stay ready with Storm Tracker 21.
The severe weather threat now through around sunset this evening.
Hi everyone, this is DJ Yoakley with Your Sports Network. We appreciate your support of YSN and welcome you to the YSN family. Our broadcast streams are brought to you live at no cost to you by sponsors that are local to this community. Without the vision and generosity of our sponsors and partners, we would not be able to bring this game to you today. So please support the great businesses and leaders that are making this game possible. And if you're a business in need of great advertising and sponsorship opportunities, feel free to head over to our site for more information on the right fit for you. We are local, we are loyal, and we are live. We are YSN.
Ah, the details. Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods is one fine ride. Perfect cornering, superb handling, sporty and stylish, power to spare, plus awesome mileage. Yeah, jaw-droppingly beautiful lines and well appointed with luxurious trim. Put more oomph in your life and start beholding the molding. Find your home's fine hardwood at BairdBrothers.com.
Right now is a great time to get more for your trade-in at Tri-State Ford. Choose a new Ford or from our great selection of pre-owned vehicles. Plus, you'll get the Tri-State Ford Advantage, including a 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty and more. At Tri-State Ford, we'll pay you top dollar for your trade, but you don't have to purchase one of ours to sell us yours. Customer-focused, community-driven, Tri-State Ford, East Liverpool, or visit tristateford.net.
Hi, this is Tommy Clem, owner of WRS Insurance Solutions.
WRS Insurance Solutions is a local, independent agency that specializes in life, Medicare, long-term care, and disability products. Call us at 330-953-3722 or visit us at wrsinsuranceSolutions.com to learn more.
Good luck to all the student athletes in the Valley.
Hi, I'm Colin Chupa. And I'm Kelsey Clem from K-Squared Marketing. Our boutique marketing firm specializes in media planning and buying, public relations, event marketing strategies, and strategic sponsorships. We can integrate our services with your existing game plan, or we can be your entire marketing team. Your goals, our game plan. Let's win together. Call K-Squared Marketing at 330-623-2730 or visit ksquared.marketing to learn more.
Every customer has a story, and at Greenwood Chevrolet, we are committed to making sure it ends with you in the right vehicle. I get to be part of somebody's adventure, whether it's buying a car for the first time, helping them get approved, or finding the perfect car for their budget. I'm proud that people trust me with their finances. They trust me to take care of them, and they trust me with their story. I'm Tracy, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
News doesn't stop after the sun goes down. Sometimes you just have to hustle to get it. At 21 News, no matter how far it is, no matter what it takes to get there, we're working to bring you the best stories and the freshest content at 11 p.m. with the context and clarity that makes it worth staying up for, no matter what time it is. 21 News at 11 with me, Aaron Simonek, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 11, news that's worth your time.
Jimmy Sudman here, Director of Isle, Purple Cat, and Golden String. We are happy to support YSN and two of my favorite people, Scotty Mincher and Super Dave O'Malley. We are an agency that provides services for adults with disabilities. We infuse humor, passion, and joy into their lives. If you know of any folks with disabilities that need our assistance, please contact us.
Your teams work hard and give it all they've got. Well, so does ours, because 21 Sports and YSN give you extra effort when covering local sports. 21 Sports and YSN, winning coverage of our Valley's teams.
Custom order your Ford your way at Tri-State Ford. Choose the available features that fit your life and style, from the all-new 2022 Ford Maverick F-150 Lightning through the entire Ford lineup. Pick your color, trim level, and options. Plus, get the Tri-State Ford Advantage, including a 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty and more. Start your custom order today. Stop in or visit tristateford.net. Customer-focused, community-driven. Tri-State Ford, East Liverpool.
Dealing with Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. That's why here at Myers Family Insurance, we do our best to give you honest and caring answers to all of your questions. Family, like Medicare, isn't always perfect, but when you put others first, the results can be amazing.
Planning a project around your home or rental property? Trust the electrical service to the local experts with 62 years of serving the Mahoning Valley. Joe Dickey Electric is your local go-to source for responsive, reliable residential electrical work. From everyday maintenance and repairs to new installations, electrical upgrades, and safety inspections, no job is too big or too small. Call Joe Dickey Electric today, 800-549-3976, or visit DickeyElectric.com. That's DickeyElectric.com.
When looking for home design inspiration, don't just be inspired, be Baird inspired. Whether new or remodeling, Baird Brothers has the latest trends like shiplap to refresh your home. Go from inspiration to installation with our wide selection of in-stock American hardwoods. From the rustic charm of antique oak to the warmth of traditional cherry, Baird Brothers has what you need to make your home inspiring. Baird Brothers, our family's heritage, your family's home.
At Hubbard Chevrolet, Hubbard can help you get the financing you need regardless of your situation. I'm Tony Page, and I've helped thousands of customers in Northeast Ohio and Western Pennsylvania buy a vehicle. Visit HubbardChevy.com to get pre-approved. Remember, folks, Hubbard can help.
My guy keeps it 100% of the time. He wants all 100, won't settle for 99. And it's more than stats, because there's people in those numbers. And I was one of the lost sheep. I'm so glad he cares for all 100. I'm 100% safe, 100% free, 100% love. I can be 100% me. He gave all 100 when they put him up on that tree. That's 100% passion for 100% free. So if I play in front of 100, or if I play in front of 2, there's an audience of 1 getting 100% of what I can do.
New things happen all day. Some are good, some not so good. In today's complicated world, while you're busy working, playing, and living life, we're busy helping you make sense. New things happen all day. Some are good, some not so good. In today's complicated world, while you're busy working, playing, and living life, we're busy helping you make sense of the day's news. And there's only one place where it comes together with clarity, context, and accountability. It's 21 News at 6 with me, Madison Tromler, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 6. It's what the day's news really means to you.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends: shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring, and, well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. BairdBrothers.com.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, shop with confidence knowing we're ready to go the extra mile for you. With the largest selection of used vehicles in the Valley, backed by the Greenwood Advantage Warranty. Every one of our vehicles has undergone our own 126-point inspection, so it passes the most important inspection, yours. No other dealership has the extra inventory, gives you extra for your trade, and goes the extra mile for you. Only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
We are there in your community. Small business owners, mechanics, police officers, homemakers. And we are there serving our nation in the Air Force Reserve. When medical emergencies arise, in cybersecurity, when natural disasters happen, we are there in space. We are Reserve Citizen Airmen, and we are there with over 180 different jobs to serve your country. Air Force Reserve.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
Working with your family can be stressful at times, but because they're family, you know that you're going to get a loving, honest answer, even when things don't make sense, to any problem. Dealing with Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. That's why here at Myers Family Insurance, we do our best to give you honest and caring answers to all of your questions. Family, like Medicare, isn't always perfect, but when you put others first, the results can be amazing.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance.
Storm season.
I think we're under the gun for some heavy storms over the next couple of hours.
And Storm Tracker 21 is ready.
This is probably the one we're keeping a closer eye on.
On air.
And locally, we're going to have a lot of eyes on our area.
Online.
All right, let's talk high-risk futurecast and the timing of this weather.
On social media and on our app.
Notice we'll have scattered showers on Thursday.
Stay ready with Storm Tracker 21.
The severe weather threat now through around sunset this evening.
Hi everyone, this is DJ Yoakley with Your Sports Network. We appreciate your support of YSN and welcome you to the YSN family. Our broadcast streams are brought to you live at no cost to you by sponsors that are local to this community. Without the vision and generosity of our sponsors and partners, we would not be able to bring this game to you today. So please support the great businesses and leaders that are making this game possible. And if you're a business in need of great advertising and sponsorship opportunities, feel free to head over to our site for more information on the right fit for you. We are local, we are loyal, and we are live. We are YSN.
Ah, the details. Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods is one fine ride. Perfect cornering, superb handling, sporty and stylish, power to spare, plus awesome mileage. Yeah, jaw-droppingly beautiful lines and well appointed with luxurious trim. Put more oomph in your life and start beholding the molding. Find your home's fine hardwood at BairdBrothers.com.
Right now is a great time to get more for your trade-in at Tri-State Ford. Choose a new Ford or from our great selection of pre-owned vehicles. Plus, you'll get the Tri-State Ford Advantage, including a 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty and more. At Tri-State Ford, we'll pay you top dollar for your trade, but you don't have to purchase one of ours to sell us yours. Customer-focused, community-driven. Tri-State Ford, East Liverpool, or visit tristateford.net.
Hi, this is Tommy Clem, owner of WRS Insurance Solutions.
WRS Insurance Solutions is a local, independent agency that specializes in life, Medicare, long-term care, and disability products. Call us at 330-953-2323 3722 or visit us at wrsinsuranceSolutions.com to learn more.
Good luck to all the student athletes in the Valley.
Hi, I'm Colin Chupa. And I'm Kelsey Clem from K-Squared Marketing. Our boutique marketing firm specializes in media planning and buying, public relations, event marketing strategies, and strategic sponsorships. We can integrate our services with your existing game plan, or we can be your entire marketing team. Your goals, our game plan. Let's win together. Call K-Squared Marketing at 330-623-2730 or visit ksquared.marketing to learn more.
Every customer has a story, and at Greenwood Chevrolet, we are committed to making sure it ends with you in the right vehicle. I get to be part of somebody's adventure, whether it's buying a car for the first time, helping them get approved, or finding the perfect car for their budget. I'm proud that people trust me with their finances. They trust me to take care of them, and they trust me with their story. I'm Tracy, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
News doesn't stop after the sun goes down. Sometimes you just have to hustle to get it. At 21 News, no matter how far it is, no matter what it takes to get there, we're working to bring you the best stories and the freshest content at 11 p.m. with the context and clarity that makes it worth staying up for, no matter what time it is. 21 News at 11 with me, Aaron Simonek, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 11, news that's worth your time.
Jimmy Sudman here, Director of Isle, Purple Cat, and Golden String. We are happy to support YSN and two of my favorite people, Scotty Mincher and Super Dave O'Malley. We are an agency that provides services for adults with disabilities. We infuse humor, passion, and joy into their lives. If you know of any folks with disabilities that need our assistance, please contact us.
Your teams work hard and give it all they've got. Well, so does ours, because 21 Sports and YSN give you extra effort when covering local sports. 21 Sports and YSN, winning coverage of our Valley's teams.
Custom order your Ford your way at Tri-State Ford. Choose the available features that fit your life and style, from the all-new 2022 Ford Maverick F-150 Lightning through the entire Ford lineup. Pick your color, trim level, and options. Plus, get the Tri-State Ford Advantage, including a 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty and more. Start your custom order today. Stop in or visit tristateford.net. Customer-focused, community-driven. Tri-State Ford, East Liverpool.
Dealing with Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. That's why here at Myers Family Insurance, we do our best to give you honest and caring answers to all of your questions. Family, like Medicare, isn't always perfect, but when you put others first, the results can be amazing.
Planning a project around your home or rental property?
Back at Canfield High School as we enter the second half of play between Cleveland JFK and the Canfield Cardinals. It's 35-0. As we enter the second half, Canfield on top of Cleveland JFK. As the Cardinals won the toss, they elected to receive the football back in the first half, so they will kick it to start. As JFK will send back Michael Farmer to receive. He is set up at his own 4-yard line. Zach Ahmed, once again the kicker, as he will tow it up at the 40. He is a senior, 6'4", 180. And he has a powerful leg. He has boomed the football into the end zone, I'd say 8 out of 10 kicks.
He's kicked the ball inside the 5 every single kickoff he's had so far this year.
So we'll see what he could do here. Zach Ahmed will put his leg into it. This one looks like it has the distance, and it will get into the end zone. Another touchback, and JFK will start at the 20. So the clock does not start until that first snap from JFK.
Nope, I believe.
Oh, no, they're starting it now.
They just got a late start there.
All right, so now that we have the time, let's go through a little scoreboard update brought to you by our partners at 21 WFMJ. Right now, Campbell over East Palestine in the second quarter, 14-0. Austintown Fitch and Glen Oak, they got scratched this week. That was a big matchup that ended up getting canceled. Unfortunately, Fitch was looking for another opponent. They couldn't. And now they have a week off, and that's a tough week for Austintown Fitch. And Canfield will play them later in the season. Hopefully we'll be on that call, as that's going to be one of the best matchups of the week.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is a shame that, they miss out on a game. They tried late to, get something scheduled, and it just didn't work out. And it's tough. Because football is the hardest to schedule, in comparison to, baseball. You could get a late scratch because there's so many teams, you play so many. But when you play once a week, you got one opponent. Everyone's scheduled that week. So unless there was another cancellation, you're not going to be able to fill a game.
Matthew Farmer, the quarterback in the gun. Defense gets back. Snap goes wide. Farmer picks it up. He's going to run it. Tries to stretch it outside. Avoids one arm tackle. Avoids 2 and 3. Still on his feet and gets back to the 21. How about that? Michael Farmer just eluding tackles as 3 Cardinal defensive backs came in, and he slipped right through.
And the DN had him dead to rights there for about an 8-10-yard loss, and he eluded that, then reversed field, and then cut back up, and finally got corralled at the 21-yard line with a gain of 1.
Back to our halftime score update. Cardinal Mooney 7-6. They lead over Cheney. Cheney unfortunately lost their starting quarterback in Hewlett. We have referenced this all night. Ursuline and Chardon, what we thought was going to be the best matchup of the week. Chardon up 33-13 in the second. Here's a big run by Michael Farmer. He's going to go across midfield, down the sideline to the 30, 25, and knocked down at the 23-yard line. Biggest carry of the night for the tailback and senior Michael Farmer.
And that was just missed tackling up front, and once he got to that second level, he got to show the burst of speed he has.
Gain of 56 yards for Michael Farmer.
And now they're knocking on Canfield's door here.
So we'll see what JFK can do. First time in Cardinal territory here tonight. And we don't know the kicking position either, so I guess this could be 4-down territory. The ball goes right back to Michael Farmer. Another good first down gain inside the 20 to the 19. So gain of about 4 yards.
And, a lot of reserves are in for Canfield, as I'm sure there's not going to be a JV game this week just because of the numbers of JFK. So, this is kind of their JV action here that they're going to get for the week.
What's that? No. Second down and 6, 8:45 left to play here in our third quarter. As JFK moving the football here in their first drive of the second half. Obviously had a good conversation in the locker room.
And they got a little bit of a rhythm here that they didn't have in that first half.
Man in motion. The give is to Michael Farmer. This time cuts it right side. This is going to be good enough towards the first down marker. And it'll be close, right at around the 14-yard line. And they're going to say he's about an inch short. Third down and very short for JFK coming up.
And as we said, we know that this is 4-down territory. So they've got 2 opportunities here to get, we'll call it a yard, but might be a little less than a yard.
Third down and 1. JFK knocking on the door for the first time tonight. They had negative yardage in that first half against the Cardinals, but putting together a well-orchestrated drive led by Michael Farmer, their senior tailback. They go right back to him. This time a little dry. Bounces away from one tackle, and he will pick up the first down to the 10-yard line.
And that'll, depending on the spot, I think it's right at the 10-yard line here. So where the football is, it'll be first and goal here for the Eagles.
First down and goal with 7:20 left to play here in the third quarter. 35-0 Canfield on top. JFK looking for their first points of the season, actually. They got shut out against Maple Heights 2 weeks ago in their first opener.
This would be a silver lining here, right here to start. Oh, we got
fumble snap, ball's on the ground, and Michael Farmer was able to pick it up. That's going to be a loss of 4 all the way back to the 14.
I might have spoke a little too soon, but, they got to be excited, with the big 56-yard run and now, getting another first down and making it a first and goal here. So, they got to come away even if they don't get points here. They got to feel, pretty good about themselves the way they started this second half.
JFK will break the huddle. They'll come out in the same position they've been in all night. They'll go 4 wide, shotgun with Michael Farmer, the tailback, off the right hip of Matthew Farmer. Matthew has it. He will take it. He's going to run it right side, bounces it out towards the 10, and tackled at the 8-yard line. Paul Bindus with the tackle. Paul Bindus, the safety, and just a young sophomore.
So it brings up a 3rd and goal here from the
8-yard line. Yep. 3rd down and 8. Canfield loads it up. They're showing blitz.
We're already midway through the 3rd quarter here with this running clock, and we got movement all over. Canfield looked like they jumped.
Farmer will keep it. He's going to run it outside, and he's going to run into the end zone for a touchdown.
And I don't see any flags on the play, so it looks like that's going to stand. And JFK's on the board.
JFK with their first points of the season as Matthew Farmer, the junior quarterback, runs it in.
And I'm guessing they're going to go for 2.
Yeah.
I'm just a guess. But
yeah,
as
we don't know
said,
the kicking
really
situation.
know.
They didn't have a kicker in warm-ups, let's just say that.
No, we didn't see any kick attempts, so. They're huddled up now, and they'll break. Head to the line. I don't know if they have enough. There we go. There's 11 out there.
So they're going for 2. Matthew Farmer takes a snap. It's a draw. He's going to run it. Bunch of Cardinals right there. They'll bottle him up, and the 2-point conversion is no good. 5:30 left on the clock when we return.
It's a new year at Acura of Boardman and Boardman Mitsubishi with huge savings on over 350 fully inspected vehicles. We have cars, trucks, SUVs, minivans, and work vehicles. We don't have it, our team will find it. We aim for 100% credit approval with payments as low as $99 per month. And as always, we'll pay top dollar for your trade. For a great vehicle and a great experience, come see why everyone is stopping by at Acura Boardman and Boardman Mitsubishi.
Coca's Pizza, always supporting our community and our local athletes. Stop in on game day or score big and have it delivered right to your door. Check out our daily specials at cocaspizza.com. That's Coca's Pizza, we serve it hot.
The Cleveland JFK Fighting Eagles are on the board for the first time here tonight. 35-6, yeah.
So
they put together a well-orchestrated drive.
Yes, they did. They did everything that they needed to do there. They opened up some big holes and got a lot of push up front on the line.
A lot of broken tackles as well. 5:30 left to play as Michael Farmer will kick it.
I only see 10 players on the field for JFK. Oh, here comes number 11.
They're going to sneak a guy in, and that is Tavon Moreland as he will come onto the field. And they're going to shuffle him over here to the near side.
And, you know, they haven't scored yet this year, so
you're
they've
right.
only
Probably not used to that, yeah.
And they didn't have a game last week, so, you know, only 2 times so far this year that they've had to kick it away. And I remember that to start the game, it was a little squib kind of kick.
Yep.
And Mr. Do it all for them, Michael Farmer will be doing the honors.
Kovacs back to return for the Cardinals. He's set up at his 20-yard line. Farmer will tee it up. Hand in the air. He's got the signal. Slow step, and he boots it forward. Nice kick by Farmer. Backpedaling is Kovacs. He'll return it inside his own 10. He'll bring it up middle of the field, cut it outside. He's got some room. Bounces it out, 25. He's at the 30, shuffles down the sideline, and here comes some flags. And there should be another one.
Down by his face mask, but maybe they missed that one. That seemed pretty evident from way up here.
And how about the guy who entered in at the last second, Tavon Moreland, is the one who comes up with the tackle.
Isn't that how it is? He held his lane. That was his lane that he was in and saved a touchdown there.
So they're going to move this football back. It's on Canfield. Blocking the back on the Cardinals, and they go all the way back to the 15-yard line. So they missed the face mask there, which would have been an offsetting penalty.
Yeah, that one.
Now the ball back at the 15-yard line for Canfield. A couple guys entering the ball game. As Evan Williams, the tailback, and junior. Jack Fabry still out there.
12 minutes left on the play clock. And
Jack Fabry under center in the I formation for Canfield. He'll hand it off. Here's a new back running left side, tripped up there and brought down by Michael Farmer. On the carry for Canfield was Evan Williams, who just entered the ball game.
Good to see him get a positive gain there in his first carry, good 4.5 yards. And a lot of shuffling in on defense here for JFK, players in and out.
Well, that's going to be the true test here in the second half. The stamina, I mean, both ways they're playing the same 11.
Very true.
Offset I formation. Canfield going to take their time here. Still 20 seconds left on the play clock. 4:30 on the game clock. They go right back. Williams right side. Tripped up, a short gain of 2. And that will bring up a 3rd down and 4 for the Cardinals.
Well, it looks like they're going to give him a little forward price. Looks like it might actually be a 3rd and 3 here. As Coach Pavlansky's talking to couple players here on the sideline, centering in a play.
Marvin Lumpkin Jr., the nose tackle, will enter for the Fighting Eagles. That gives a break to Tamarian Green, who has been the center and the nose guard. 3rd and 3. Fabry still under center.
We're going to run this clock down to under 10 seconds.
He takes a snap. They'll go Williams. Left side, bottled up, trying to spin away. Still on his feet, pushing forward, and he's going to be denied by Antonio Hardaway. This is going to be close. It's right at the 25.
About a half yard short here, it looks like, by the near official. If I'm going off his left foot. And they're...
Looks like we're bringing in some of the big boys here. Toby Smith.
No, they're going to
kick it away. Ryan Schneider back out there to punt.
It's 4th and literally a foot.
Carosi's in there as well.
JFK doesn't have anyone back yet. They were just making sure in case, Canfield was going to go for it here. Now they're going to drop back a couple guys.
So the Cardinals do punt it away. Good kick by Schneider. Takes a Canfield bounce. Returned at the 36 and taken directly out of bounds by Brian Brazel.
So, hey, JFK came out here in the second half. A great first possession for them. They go down and score, and, they force a 3 and out for Canfield, and now they're going to get the ball for the second time this half. And, like I've been saying it all night long, you got to give these young men credit because they haven't given up, and they're playing their hearts out right now, and they've got to be tired.
Yeah.
So
they'll have the football at the 37-yard line. First down with 2:40 left to play here in our third quarter. Canfield on top 35-6. Farmer back in the gun. He wants a man in motion, and here comes the flag. False start, and that's going to go against Antonio Hardaway.
Yeah, he started in motion and kind of realized he wasn't supposed to be in motion, and the play clock was down to 3, so it was kind of everything kind of went wrong there for JFK. So we're going to start it all. We're going to do it all over again here, 1st and 15.
Hardaway in motion. They go back to Farmer up the middle. He's running strong here tonight. Tackled at the 35-yard line, a gain of 3 for Michael Farmer.
Positive yardage there. They're getting a little push up front, and they're seeing some positive gains offensively that they didn't have in the first half.
We'll go back to the scoreboard here for a second while we have the chance. Girard over Ellett, 8-0. Salem beating East Liverpool at half, 21-7. That was going to be a good matchup here tonight.
Absolutely.
Springfield over Geneva, 20-14. Poland up at half, 21-7, as they're taking on the Howland Tigers. Snap is back. They'll dump it off. Far side of completion, but negative yardage, and that's going to be a loss of 3.
So Farmer to Farmer for...
That's been the connection all night.
A loss of 3 there, as you said, and it's going to bring up a long 3rd and 15 here for the Eagles, as we're under 2 minutes here in the third quarter.
Well, here's another big score. Hubbard 41-0 over Cleveland Shaw at half. And that's
Hubbard
a team
is a juggernaut.
Yeah.
I mean, you got T.C. Caffey out there, who obviously, if you haven't been on this planet, week 1 put up 500+ yards, and I think he was top 5 all time in the state of Ohio or something like that.
He's behind Kim Yu Kim.
Yes,
for Canfield.
Very true.
Who rushed for I don't know how many yards against Niles back in the day.
We were just talking about that earlier, pregame.
Farmer's got it. He's looking to throw. He'll dump it off, and nobody home. Incomplete, and that will bring up 4th down and 15 with 1 minute and 3 seconds left to go here in the third.
I guess it's decision time here for the Eagles.
Yep.
Do you want to get a little more work with your offense here, or they've kind of been in that situation where he's, Farmer's in shotgun, but it's 5 yards deep, and he's punted away so far, except for the 4th and short earlier, because they still go with the same offensive formation. Yeah, it's not like it's a punt with gunners. He's going to kick it away.
And nobody back to return for Canfield either. That ball is going to take a Cleveland JFK bounce. This one's trickling all the way to the 12-yard line and down there.
That's very reminiscent to the punt in the second quarter. Almost the same result there, down around the 10-yard line. So Canfield will have their second opportunity here in the second half.
We'll take a 15-second commercial break. Brought to you by Greenwood Chevrolet.
Every customer has a story, whether it's buying a car for the first time, helping them get approved, or finding the perfect car for their budget. I'm proud that people trust me with their story. I'm Tracy, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
1st and 10 for Canfield. Ball was down at the 13-yard line. Fabry under center will hand it off. Here's Williams bouncing around, and he's stuffed again. A host of Fighting Eagles will come through, and last hit and touchdown by Marvin Lumpkin Jr.
He's done a great job defensively. We've mentioned his name a couple times, especially in this second half. And, this reserve group for Canfield, the line, they've got to show Coach Pav something here. This is their opportunity, and right now they're not getting that push. And it's a good representation of where the starters are and the reserve guys of this, because it's the same defense. Normally it'll be 2s on 2s and 3s on 3. It's one of the, but JFK doesn't have that opportunity, so you get a kind of true read here where you're at.
That's
going to bring us to the end of the third quarter, it looks like.
So we'll take a break. We'll be back for the final 12 minutes of football here from Canfield.
We are there in your community. Small business owners, mechanics, police officers, homemakers. And we are there serving our nation in the Air Force Reserve. When medical emergencies arise, in cybersecurity, when natural disasters happen, we are there in space. We are Reserve Citizen Airmen, and we are there with over 180 different jobs to serve your country. Air Force Reserve.
WRS Wealth Advisors is the area's premier wealth and retirement specialist. With our combined 70 years experience, WRS Wealth Advisors is the area's premier wealth and retirement specialist. Call 330-965-0370 to learn more about our individual and corporate financial planning services, or visit WRSwealth.com. Good luck, athletes.
Final 12 minutes here in Canfield. Update from Chardon. It's 33-20 now. Ursuline with the football as they're starting to climb back against the Hilltoppers of Chardon, the defending state champions. On the run is Williams, a short gain. It will bring up 3rd down and 3 to go from the 20-yard line.
We mentioned, don't count that Ursuline team. It was 33-0 at one point, and now it's 33-20, and they got the football, and I think they're still in the 3rd quarter there, so plenty of time left, and it's only a 2-possession game.
So Canfield needs a 1st down to keep the drive alive. Their only drive of the half was a punt. See what the Cardinals offense can do here. They go back to the shotgun. They had some trouble with that earlier in this half. They get it to Fabry. He's going to run it off the right side, showing his speed. A nice block, bounces it out, and that will be good enough for a 1st down across the 25 all the way to the 29-yard line.
So there's the first down for the Cardinals this half, and hopefully this gets their offense on a roll. That was needed at this point. You don't want to go 3 and out twice and, keep that momentum on JFK's side.
1st down and 10. They go back to that offset I formation. Williams is the final back. 2 wide. And they're going to take their time here as they still have 25 seconds left on the play clock. 10:35 on the game clock. It's no longer a running clock here at Canfield after JFK scored.
And now they'll get set.
Fabry goes right back. Williams again. No push on the offensive line and tackled for just a short gain of 1. Couple new guys in for the Cardinals. Coming in, Alex Baxter, the sophomore wide receiver, as well as Paul Campbell, the senior wide receiver.
Definitely getting a lot of time here in the second half, getting these younger guys some opportunities, and now they just got to make the most of them.
Nobody in the gun with Fabry. Fabry's got it, and we're going to have a penalty flag, and it's going to go against JFK. They're offsides.
And once again, though, that's something that needs work here. I don't know with the center or quarterback exchange. Every snap is almost out of the outstretched hand, the right hand of Jack Fabry. So I don't know if it's where he's set up or if he's off-centered or what it is, but that's definitely a concern for Coach Pavlansky. I can tell you that.
So that brings it 2nd down and 3 from the 37-yard line. Back under center is Fabry with Evan Williams in the backfield. Still taking some game clock off. Fabry, he goes to Williams, right side, and a short gain of about 2 yards to the 39, and it will bring up 3rd down and 1. credit this defensive line for JFK. I mean, these guys are playing both ways.
Can't say it enough.
Marvin Lumpkin Jr. has been all over the field. The senior nose guard and offensive tackle, as well as Zaire Dickey.
Cameron Johnson, he's been in on it, in and out, and he just tried to get off the field, and they're going to wave him back on. I think he's exhausted right now. He's
poor
a big
guy
boy
down there.
They got him listed at 5'8", 280, so that's a lot of toll on your body.
3rd and 1. Fabry back to Williams, and he is met, and it looks like he might be an inch short. And there's Cameron Johnson. There he is.
That's why they kept him back on the field, and he's going to hold him short. It's going to be a 4th and about a foot here.
And the Cardinals are going to.
I'm glad you didn't take me off the field, Coach,
yeah.
I eyed that one up.
He holds the line for Cleveland JFK, and it looks like it might be quarterback sneak time. 4th and an inch.
And this is just, they're going to run the clock down too. This is more of, and this is a little classy move by Coach Pavlansky, obviously, here, running the clock down under 5 seconds, because he understands the situation.
Or we might see him just hold it and take a timeout and punt it away.
They could.
Five seconds on the play clock. We'll see if they run it. They do. Fabry will sneak it. He'll dive forward, and he will get enough.
They're going to move the sticks, and that's going to keep the clock running here. And as both teams still have their complement of 3 timeouts with 7:30 left here in the 4th quarter.
Cade Henry on the field. Sophomore wide receiver will come in, and now entering is Paul Bendis, who's made a couple tackles for the Cardinals here. And finally, your boy Cameron Johnson will get a break.
He needs a breather. I think he.
Get the dude some water.
Yeah.
Poor guy's busting his tail.
Yes, he is.
We're looking formation here. Canfield will hand it off. Left side, and coming through is the linebacker and Michael Farmer.
And he's done it all, like I said. He's been the name. Michael Matthew Farmer, a handful of the same names we've been saying offensively and defensively. But like we also said, they're going both ways too. So it's the fact that that was an explosion through the line there.
It's a loss of 3. 2nd down and 13 with 6:35 left to play here in the 4th quarter. Cardinals back under center. Offset eye again. They'll go to the tailback, right side, and another good tackle.
Quickly.
Defensive end, and Deshaun Francis comes in. He will get his 2nd tackle of the night. And a 3-yard gain for the Cardinals brings up 3rd down and 10.
And the clock now will move under 6 minutes here left in the 4th quarter.
See if the Cardinals can convert here on 3rd down and long.
Looks like Paul Bendis will enter the game again, bring in the play from Coach Pavlansky.
Back in the gun.
Oh, offside.
Fumble on the snap.
Here
comes the Fighting Eagles, and this is going to be a big loss for the Cardinals all the way back to the 32. A loss of 8, and here comes the special teams unit.
And, that is obviously something that they're going to have to work on, whether it's first team, second team, that snap exchange to the quarterback has to be clean, and it just hasn't been.
Oh, we got a hurt player for JFK. We'll step aside real quick, and we'll be back.
You're looking to your future, preparing for your goals, and they're closer than you think. Because here, success is part of the plan. It's a place where academic and social opportunities are meant to prepare you for life, not just the next 4 years. You'll be equipped to face new challenges and turn hard work into a career. You're ready for your success to take root. And here's where it starts. We are Youngstown State University, and proud
It's a new year at Acura of Boardman and Boardman Mitsubishi with huge savings on over 350 fully inspected vehicles. We have cars, trucks, SUVs, minivans, and work vehicles. If we don't have it, our team will find it. We aim for 100% credit approval with payments as low as $99 per month. And as always, we'll pay top dollar for your trade. For a great vehicle and a great experience, come see why everyone is stopping by at Acura Boardman and Boardman Mitsubishi.
News doesn't stop after the sun goes down. Sometimes you just have to hustle to get it. At 21 News, no matter how far it is, no matter what it takes to get there, we're working to bring you the best stories and the freshest content at 11 p.m. with the context and clarity that makes it worth staying up for, no matter what time it is. 21 News at 11 with me, Aaron Simonek, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 11, news that's worth your time.
Every customer has a story, and at Greenwood Chevrolet, we are committed to making sure it ends with you in the right vehicle. I get to be part of somebody's adventure, whether it's buying a car for the first time, helping them get approved, or finding the perfect car for their budget. I'm proud that people trust me with their finances. They trust me to take care of them, and they trust me with their story. I'm Tracy, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
60 years ago, Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods began with 3 siblings, a hand-set sawmill, and a few local orders. And while business has certainly changed over the years, what has not are our principles of hard work, craftsmanship, and commitment to quality. At Baird Brothers, we're proud to put our name on the products we create, from moldings and doors to flooring and lumber. Thank you for 60 great years. We look forward to 60 more. Baird Brothers, for the place you love.
Coca's Pizza, proud to announce our pizza buffet is back every Wednesday at our Boardman and Canfield locations. Adults only $7.99 and kids only $4.99, and $2 beers starting at 8 o'clock. That's Coca's Pizza. We serve it hot.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
Back at Canfield, 35-6, 5:22 left to play in our 4th quarter as Jeremiah Jacobs, the young freshman, was shaken up after the play. They were able to get him back to their sideline. And now the Cardinals are going to punt here on 4th down and 19. Back to return is Michael Farmer. Schneider will kick it away. This one's a line drive.
And that might hit somebody, and it does.
Oh, it is. It hits a Cleveland JFK Eagle. And we'll see who has the football. Cleveland JFK has it. 5 minutes left to go. And the JFK offense will come on the field. We were talking about this during the timeout. They've won the second half. Technically, they're up 6-0. If you erase the scoreboard coming into the 3rd quarter, they're up 6-0.
Absolutely. And there's 5 minutes left here in the 4th quarter, and they've got the football.
And they have good field position. They'll start at the 35-yard line. And this Cleveland JFK offense, who has been led by Michael Farmer, the senior tailback all night long, has done it on both sides. Leads them in tackles as well.
And while we got a minute here, while JFK's trying to figure out coming in the game, we've got another update from Chardon. Chardon 33, Ursuline has just scored again. It's 33-27 Chardon. So
Wow.
27 unanswered by Ursuline. That game is in the 4th quarter. And JFK, it looks like, is going to take a timeout here. And Chardon has the football around midfield.
Yeah, I mean, if you're tuned out of this one, go tune into Ursuline and Chardon on the network. Free, of course. You just go over to Ursuline's page and you click on the play button.
Oh, and Chardon's breaking a long one here down inside the 15-yard line of Ursuline.
You're like Jim Nance calling both games. Two
we're
games
in
at
a
once.
Timeout, and why not? This, I'll tell you what, and that's a game. Like I said, that was on my radar, and it didn't look like it early. When it was 33-0, I was like, well, Chardon's just going to continue to roll, but we did say it. When you got Brady Shannon at quarterback and you got the weapons that he has,
they score quickly.
They're never out of a game, and like I said, they've got that to a one-possession game.
All right, so Cleveland JFK takes a timeout with 5 minutes left to play. Give their guys a breather after the punt. They also were not going to be able to get a playoff as the play clock was down to 1.
Yeah. So here they come to the line.
And they're going to move Michael Farmer now to the right side of his brother Matthew. 4 wide, 2 left, 2 right. Matthew to Michael, up the middle, ripped from behind. It's actually a fake, fooled me. Across the 40, still moving. He has the first down all the way to the 47-yard line. Nice pickup by the quarterback on the keeper and read option by Matthew Farmer.
And he's played a heck of a game. Playing both sides, never came off the field. I don't believe I've seen him come off once tonight, and, still has some legs in him there. That was a good, hard run for a first down.
So 4:35 on the game clock. They just started the play clock as the Eagles moving the football here in the second half. That's something they could look forward to in the upcoming weeks. Expand upon that and continue their momentum on the offensive side of the football.
They're going to spread it out here.
Matthew Farmer all alone in the gun. 5 wide.
Not quite set here. Look for a little bubble here. Come in motion. And
Farmer with quarterback keeper
room
off the right side. He's got some utility speed as he's still moving into Canfield territory at the 45.
And he'll get out of bounds there, and the clock will stop with 4 minutes left. He hasn't really had the opportunity, and that's a pretty darn good burst of speed right there that he just showed. And, like I said, we're 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. He hasn't come off the field, and he's really done everything.
I hope he runs track.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him run the 60-meter. Jeez.
Something tells me he probably does. I'm going to go out on a limb and say he is a track guy.
We should time it after this game right here on the track. Get him.
Well, we could. He'd be exhausted. We got to get him pregame.
You need a guy that can steal second base.
There you go. Yeah.
10 seconds on the play clock. Time stopped at 4 minutes on the game clock. Once again, Matthew Farmer alone in the gun. And he's going to keep it. Another draw, this time left side. First down and more inside the 30. And he is ripped down by a shoulder pad by number 15 and Connor Julian.
The only critique I would have with Michael Farmer, he's got a little Mike Vick in him. And Mike Vick
Does.
used to have the problem where he'd run with the he runs, the loaf of bread scenario. There's going to come a time he's going to take a hit and that ball's going to pop out. That would be the only critique, but he runs very well, and he's just got to protect that football a little bit.
First down and 10 for Cleveland JFK, not Warren JFK.
Similar colors here.
Similar
just
colors,
a little darker for Warren JFK.
I didn't realize how many JFKs there were in the country. I thought it was just Warren.
You name it after a whoa.
Here's Michael Farmer, burst of speed inside the 10 and spins down at the 6.
And they're moving
the
they
football.
Want to do up front. And this is a beat up JFK tired offensive line against a pretty fresh group of defenders, and they're having their way right now running the football.
Marked them down at the 7-yard line.
We're now under 3 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Canfield still leading 35-6. JFK knocking on the door.
Back in the gun for Matthew. Canfield loads it up. They go right back. Here's Michael up the middle. He's met by one. He's still moving, and he's going to be into the end zone for a touchdown. Michael Farmer with a touchdown run for JFK, and they're on the board for the second time here in the second half.
And they're obviously going to go for 2 again here.
Yep. 35-12 erase the scoreboard at the end of the half, and it's 12-0 JFK.
Yeah, they've dominated the second half, both offensively and defensively. Chardon's attempting a field goal in the Ursuline Chard game, and still looking for a signal here.
Looks like a
was good
timeout.
or not.
It was good.
I'll let you know it was good. So Chardon goes up 36-27. I'm not sure how much time is left in that game, but there's still some time left there for Ursuline.
They're going for 2 for the second time. They were short on their first attempt. Run off the right side. Can he bounce it out? He has that burst of speed, and the 2-point conversion is good.
And holding that football out like, I'll tell you, I will give him credit. He keeps it away from the defenders when he does run with it, but that was a great run by him.
And this is something that Coach Pav talked about in our 4th edition of the Coach's Corner, brought to you by Coca's Pizza. Very fast crew. He said he does not want this game to turn into a track meet, and right now it is for JFK, and they're taking advantage.
And, if they didn't get out to that 35-0 lead, if this is how they came out to start, they had their problems early on just with formations and getting to the line, and they've got a rhythm this half, and it's worked for them, And we talk about this, this is something you carry over to next week.
Yeah.
And, they got to take these positives. I know they're going to talk about, they might throw that first half film out the window and say, hey, we're not going to look at the first half. We're going to look at what we did well in the second half and kind of break that down and just touch on some of the things that they did wrong in the first half. But they got a lot to be, excited about here from this second half that they've seen.
Second meeting between Canfield and Cleveland JFK in the last 3 years. Back in 2019 here at Bob Dove Field. Canfield won by a final score of 34-0. And right now it's 35-14 with 2:35 left to go.
Who's kicking off?
If I had to take a guess, it's either 3 or 5. And I'm going to go with 5.
Michael Farmer.
Farmer's ready. That slow creep towards the football. Boots
Another
it away.
good
Nice,
kick.
good kick. Going back.
Get in the end zone.
And that is into the end zone. The Canfield Cardinals will start at the 20-yard line. So they could really run the clock out here if they get a first down.
Correct. That looks like that Jack Fabry coming out, so they might be going. Can't tell if that's him here or is that Gavin Raymond. That might be Gavin Raymond that I see here on the sideline. 5 and 6, hard to tell the difference.
Cardinals break the huddle. We're going to have a different quarterback here. It looks like it's going to be Paul Bendis.
Okay.
So Bendis.
And I wouldn't be shocked if it's just direct snap run here.
And that's exactly what it's going to be. A run by Bendis. He breaks free, bounces it out, and a nice tackle on the near side by number 12 and Brian Brazel. Nice gain, though, by Bendis.
And now, just curious, we're just approaching just about under 2 minutes here in the fourth. JFK does have their full complement of timeouts, but, I don't know if they're going to use them here to, if it came down to a, third down, if they hold them here and try to get the ball back. I think they'll be happy, with the effort that they put in tonight and hang their hat on this second half.
Second down and 2 from the 28-yard line of Canfield. Under 2 minutes left to play. Bendis, the new quarterback. Third guy we've seen tonight with the absence of Brock Lowry.
Oh, my goodness. In this Ursuline game, if you didn't flip over, there was just a flea flicker, and Ursuline had a guy wide open down the middle of the field, and he was overthrown.
Bendis with the first down. to the 31. Take a replay of this. He had the flea flicker. Wow. Oh, my goodness, wide open down the middle of the field. That's 6 points right there.
That is 6 points, and, they wish they had that one back. I can tell you that.
So 1 minute left to play here in the fourth. And this will probably do it. And JFK's going to call a timeout.
Nothing surprises me tonight. I mean, it's one more snap, and we're done here. They can't, unless they force a fumble and score. And
You're looking to your future, preparing for your goals, and they're closer than you think. Because here, success is part of the plan. It's a place where academic and social opportunities are meant to prepare you for life, not just the next 4 years. You'll be equipped to face new challenges and turn hard work into a career. You're ready for your success to take root. And here's where it starts. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
All right, timeout by Cleveland JFK. First down and 10. I think they still have one timeout left too, don't they?
they're giving credit for 2 more. So, I mean, we're going to take a knee here, and I don't know if they're going to take a timeout.
Hopefully they don't call a timeout.
Not yet. Officials are looking. We'll start the play clock. So they got to get one more snap off here.
Yep. No timeout.
And that'll do it. So they could snap it here, and that'll take us to the end unless – I don't think they're going to use a timeout as both teams are going to go shake hands, and deservingly so, and give credit to this JFK team. They came game this second half, and, I wish them well the rest of the season. I mean, a lot of heart out of these guys. And for Canfield, hopefully they take the momentum from the first half and take that down to New Philly, because if they come out like they did in the second half, it's going to be a long night.
You're right.
New Philly.
New Philly, a tough opponent next week. Hopefully we'll have the call for you. Cleveland JFK will take on Collinwood, and that'll do it here from Bob Dove Field in Canfield. 35-14, your final. Canfield improves to 2-1, and Cleveland JFK drops to 0-2. That'll do it here from Canfield. For Gary Niddle, I'm Richie Giuliano saying good night.
This broadcast stream is copyrighted by Yoakley Scott Corporation, LLC. Any other use of this telecast, any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without YSN's consent is prohibited.